Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Sezul. Today, our group will be presenting about classification of timber. This is my team member, Abdul Lakid, Akmal Daniel, Azim bin Saftu, and Aaron Quintin. My name is Akmal Daniel, 2022-85-2898. I will be, I will be explaining about introduction of timber. Timber is a complex building material. Its properties are highly variable and sensitive to environmental and loading conditions. It is a highly anistrophic material with high strength and stiffness parallel to the grain but low properties perpendicular to the grain.
So my name is Alan Conti Bobby and my student number is 2022-895-302. So I will talk about classification based on durability. So durability tests are conducted by the Forest Research Establishment. The Bureau tests specimens of size 650 50 millimeter in the ground to halve their length and observe their conditions regularly over several years. Then, timbers are classified as high durability if average life is more than 10 years. Next is moderate durability, average life between 5 to 10 years. And last one is low durability, average life less than 5 years. And my next part is classification based on availability. So forest departments classify timbers based on the availability as X most common 1415 M3 or more per year, and Y common 355 M3 to 1415 M3 per year. And last but not least, Z less common, less than 355 M3 per year.
Hi, my name is Azim Bisaftu, student ID 2022463342. In my part, I'm going to explain about the difference between softwood and hardwood. Before that, I'm going to explain the definition of softwood and hardwood. Softwood is a term commonly used to describe wood that comes from coniferous trees, also known as gymnosperms. These three typicals have needle-like or scale-like leaf and beer cones. Softwood are different from hardwoods, which come from deciduous trees that usually have broad leaf. The term softwood can be a bit misleading because it doesn't necessarily refer to physical hardness or softness of hardwood itself. Hardwood is a term used to describe woods that comes from deciduous trees, also known as angiosperms. These trees typically have broad leaves that are shed annually. Hardwood are different from softwood, which come from coniferous trees, similar to softwood. The term the term hardwood doesn't solely refer to the physical hardness of the wood itself. So now, I'm going to explain about the difference between softwood and hardwood. In softwood annual rings, they are seen distinctly, whereas in hardwood they are indistinct. The color of softwood is light, whereas the color of hardwood is dark. Then, softwood have lesser strength in compression and shear compared to hardwoods. Softwood are light and hardwoods are heavy. Fire resistance of softwood is poor compared to that of hardwood. The structure of softwood is resinous, while structure of hardwood is close-grained. That's all in my part.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Akid bin Abdul Razak, and for my student ID is 2022644242. So for today's presentation, I would like to discuss about the cross section of a hexagonous tree. So as at a figure 1.7, I've already shown that it is the cross section of hexagonous tree, and the following components are visible to the naked eye. So for today's presentation, there are seven part of the cross section of a hexagonal tree that I would like to explain. So, which is pith, hardwood, inner bark, sapwood, medullary rays, cambium layer, and outer bark. So let's proceed to the first part where I want to discuss, which is pith. So pith is the inner and most part of the tree and hence the oldest part of the exogenous tree, which is when the plant becomes old, the pith dies and becomes fibrous and dark. It varies in size and shape. So pith is the middle and black part, which is the most uh, innermost part of the tree, and hence it is the oldest part of the exogenous tree. So when it becomes old, it will die and the fibers and dark, and it will various size and shape. So after that, I would like to talk about the hardwood. So the hardwood, what is the hardwood? Hardwood is the portion surrounding the pith. It is dark in color and strong. This portion is useful for various engineering purposes, and this is the dead part of the wood, and it consists of several annular rings. So the hardwood is really strong and really hard, and it is dark in color. Because of that, it was really usable and really useful for the various engineering purpose, and it is the place of the hardwood is the surrounding of the pit. So it consists of several annular ring. So after that, I would like to talk about sapwood, which is the layer next to the hardwood. It denotes recent growth, and it contains sap. It takes active part in the growth of trees by allowing sap to move in upward direction. The annual rings of the sapwood are less sharply divided and are light in color. The sapwood is also known as alburnum. So beside the name, it also called as alburnum. The sapwood is the opposite of the hardwood because it is more light in color other than hardwood, which is really dark color. And after that, I would like to talk about cambium layer. It is a thin layer of fresh sap lying between sapwood and the inner bark. It contains sap which is not yet converted into sapwood. If the bark is removed and the cambium layer is exposed to the atmosphere, cells cease to be active and tree dies. So the cambium layer took place between the inner bark and the sapwood. So it also contains sap which is not yet converted into the sapwood, and if the layer is exposed to the atmosphere, the cells is to be active and the tree will have high possibility to die. So after that, I would like to talk the two part of bark, which is inner bark and outer bark. So first, let me talk about the inner bark. It is an inner skin of a tree protecting the cambium layer. It gives protection into the cambium layer. So the purpose of the inner bark are just one, which is it protect the cambium layer, and it is the inner skin of the trees. So after that, we will talk about outer bark, which is it is the outer skin of the tree, and it is consists of wood fiber. Sometimes it contains various and cracks. Outer bark is the outer side of the tree, and sometimes of course it contains the cracks and so on, but it is the outermost layer of all of this part. So lastly, I would like to talk about the medullary rays. They are thin radial fibers extending from pith to cambium layer. They hold annual ring together. In some of trees, they are broken, and some other they may not be prominent. So this medullary rays is the part where are really thin, but it contain the radial fiber extending from pith to cambium layer, and also they hold the annual rings together. So without the medullary rays, the annular rings cannot be held together, and some of the trees can be broken in some other way. So that's all for me. Okay.
In conclusion, timber is an important forest product used for construction activities and for making furniture and artifacts. It is used in the building of boats, carts, carriage, agricultural equipment, and etc. And that's all from us. Thank you for listening and thank you, sir.